Welcome back to Unapologetic Exotical Content, where we don't do closure, we do caskets, and lace fronts get laid to rest with zero parting space. Now let's get into it because that girl, that supporter summoned me to gather these lace front life coaches who keep dragging exoticals like we stole their birthright and their brunch reservation. Today's guests of honor, Flower Tower, Pretty-n-Between, and Lashida4U. Yes, the whole underachieving choir. Let's begin with Flower Tower. Miss Armpit braids herself. Somebody tagged her in my comments like it was a game of spiritual dodgeball, and I clicked. Her banner had that rainbow flag flapping and a pink bottom lip that looked like it saw more friction than a DJ booth at Coachella. Sis, that ain't melanin loss. That's a munchmouth mystery, and we cracked the case. She got up on her yeast-infected soapbox to tell biracial women we're not black. Like, girl, you just figured that out? We been new. That's the problem. We're not trying to be y'all, but y'all still trying to be us. You had the nerve to unravel those wannabe liberation braids, only to reveal a permed crown straight from 2006, proving your natural hair journey is a round trip back to self-hate. But here's the real gag. She said she saw a biracial woman in person, not in a book, not on a screen, in the flesh, and had the audacity, the unmoisturized nerve, to tell her she wasn't black. Girl, you said that out loud? With confidence and breath? Oh, you bold. That's not activism. That's just envy with a side of projection and a leave-in delusion. I believe it because I know women like her. She's the type to side-eye you at the grocery store and knock your moose off the shelf with her spirit. You mad? Of course you are. You don't benefit from proximity, privilege, or pretty. You're loud, bitter, and allergic to mirrors. Let's keep it a stack. Biracial women don't need to argue for beauty. We just are. You out here screaming into the void while we quietly exist and still make noise. Now let's talk about Pretty-n-Between. I call her that because she's stuck between I'm nice and I'm nasty, but trying to convince us she's neutral. She made a video saying ambiguity doesn't make you better. I beg to differ. We are better because we have what they lack. That's like me showing up with an avocado salad topped with organic glow, and they over there unwrapping a sad McDonald's burger sliding out the bun like it's trying to escape their cholesterol. I get nutrients, they get sodium and disappointment. One feeds your body, the other feeds your delusion. Head-to-toe stunners don't need disclaimers. We are the beauty standards bookmark. That girl, that supporter, came through like the real MVP and asked Pretty-n-Between if she was sneak dissing me. And let me tell you, the response was pure comedy. Miss Mary had a little shade, replied, "What is an unapologetic exotical? Could you elaborate?" And there is no shade given in this video. Ma'am, that shade blocked out more light than your edges ever could. This is the same woman who swears she's a girl's girl while actively ignoring the girls who look better than her. Let's be honest, she's got the giggle of someone who teaches finger painting, but the mind of someone who screenshots comments for revenge. She's sneak dissing because she shows her face and knows one wrong syllable could get her dragged into HR like a bad benefits package. She should have stayed anonymous because showing that picture with that SOS pad on her head was spiritual warfare. My eyeballs are still filing a complaint. Jesus! Did y'all see that? Jesus, take the screen. I was like, what in dry hell is this? And ma'am, how do you talk about your coworkers publicly like that with a straight face and an unsecured job? Sis, either you've got the strongest union in North America, or you are lying and unemployed. Ain't no way you clocking into minimum wage and then clocking out just to post videos about how everyone at the register is pressed like a silk blouse on Easter Sunday. I side-eyed her so hard I almost sprained my optic nerve. Because listen, any exotical with an ounce of common sense knows better than to expose themselves while dragging lace-front lynch mobs online. You think unambiguous women not gonna retaliate? Baby, that's how you activate their final form. That's not just mad, that's lace lifting, group chat screenshotting, edge-snatching fury unlocked. Now they big mad, madder than a wig on a windy day with no glue. The moment you call out their behavior, their claws come out so far, they can't style their wigs right. The lace slips, the glue gives up, and what little edge was hanging on for dear life gets snatched into the afterlife. And honestly, most of them don't even have edges to lose. Those wigs are one yawn away from falling off like a clearance tag. And yes, she shows her face, probably because she thought it'd boost credibility. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Why share that portrait of a tumbleweed if you weren't ready for Judgment Day? Now let's talk about Lashida4U. Don't bless her heart, unplug it and reboot it, because clearly the comprehension chip is malfunctioning. This woman was trying to decode my comment like it was written in ancient hieroglyphics. Sis kept repeating, "What does she mean?" like she was waiting for subtitles to pop up in real life. She even asked her subscribers to break it down for her like it was a group project. At that point, I realized comprehension may not be her ministry. It's giving hooked on phonics, but never finished the course. She stared at that comment like it owed her money and still couldn't collect the message. She said I was lying about studies, the same studies that Google screams at you in bold print. Girl, it's public knowledge. You don't research, you rehearse. She made a 6-hour live about me. 6 hours. That's not content, that's obsession with Wi-Fi. Why are you clocking into YouTube like it's a 9 to 5 while dropping your Cash App in every video like it's part of the intro? Sis, this isn't content. It's a telethon with Wi-Fi. If you gotta beg for lock money every upload, maybe it's time to log off and budget. If your hair journey requires that much fundraising, maybe it's time to shave it and start fresh. And let's be real, she's just like Flower Tower, talking empowerment with a hair twisted tighter than her arguments, wearing dry locks like it's ancestral while her real roots are in denial. Sis, if you don't love your own texture, why are you yelling about liberation? These women scream self-love while dragging themselves across the internet with 42 bobby pins and a hope. In conclusion, they are not mad at us because we did anything wrong. They're mad because we didn't have to do anything at all. While they chant, "We're beautiful too," we just blink and get attention. While they host TED Talks on desirability, we log on mute and still cause chaos. Y'all are walking contradictions with Wi-Fi. In conclusion, these women are mad, big mad, steamed like a wig on a humid day, because they have to keep repeating, "It's beautiful too. It's just the beauty standard. Everyone is beautiful," like it's a daily affirmation chant sponsored by Delusion. Meanwhile, we just exist. No PowerPoint, no panel discussion, no struggle braid conference. We don't need advocacy because we are the standard they secretly wish didn't exist. They out here fighting the system with stress and slick talk, flooding their cortisol levels just to get a like, while we're sipping tea, glowing effortlessly, and living rent-free in their scalp. We are not fighting for inclusion. We are the category. We don't need campaigns, cortisol, or contour. We have peace, quiet, and a good lighting angle. You have survived another dose of unapologetic exotical content. Stay fight or flight free, stay not having to twist your stunning hair for validation, and stay knowing that the glow is God-given and the envy, that's just background noise.